also seeing the city has been struggling with, a lot of these beautiful character homes that were being torn down, and the city is now providing a lot of incentives to homeowners and developers whereby they can take their character home, retain the character, and redevelop into 3 and 4 strata lots on that same property. So the lot.
Hey, welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate. I have for you Andrew Hasman from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Hey, Andrew, thank you for being on our call today.
Thanks for having me, Danny. This is great.
Awesome. Hey, tell us about your marketplace. What's going on in Vancouver?
Okay, well, Vancouver's always in the news. It's a great city. Feel blessed to live in this amazing part of the world. Vancouver, so Jill and I specialize on Vancouver's west side. It is one of the more affluent areas of the country, of the city, and it's home to a lot of expensive real estate. We have homes that range up to well beyond $20 million in the city, but we also have more affordable areas of the market. So it's not all just the super wealthy and rich. It's a cross-section demographic of people that live here. This past year, if you look back, in the west side, average detached home price is sitting at about $3.5 million versus about 3.1 a year ago. So prices are up about 10% for single detached. If you look at the condo market, because we have a lot of condos on the west side of Vancouver, I'm going to talk about that in a minute as well. Average condo price for Vancouver's west side around the $800,000 mark for a condo, typical condo. And most of the activity that we see right now in the current market is entry-level first-time buyers driven by interest rates up to about $1.5 million. That's where most of the activity is.
So tell me about the market stats. Do you have anything to share with us with regards to the market stats?
Yeah, so we're experiencing, I think, what a lot of areas across North America are experiencing, and that is a real lack of supply in the marketplace. Housing inventory is down. If you drive across the city, primarily the west side where I'm talking about, you can go 3 or 4 blocks before you see a for sale sign. It's quite something. And if I look at the number of homes on the market, the single detached homes on the west side at the end of September, about 750 houses, which actually shows an increase of about 20% from a year ago. But you have to look at that. I would say 150 of those homes that are on the market are homes that are being sold into land assemblies, where blocks of homes on busier streets are all being sold because of rezoning into land assemblies, which eventually will become 4, 6, 8-story buildings. So a lot of those homes, I'd say about 150 of them that are on the market right now, aren't being sold to end users. So there's going to go to developers. So if you take that out of the supply, we're probably sitting just a bit below this time last year, with about 620 homes on the market, which is historically low for September, October.
Love it. So what sort of buyers are you seeing in your marketplace right now?
So what's driving the market, and I think it's probably driving it everywhere, are the interest rates. I mean, we are sitting with just, historically rock bottom interest rates. So you've got the entry level segment of the market, which is most sensitive to interest rate fluctuation. So lower price condos up to about $1 million. So anything under $1 million is red hot. We had a couple of sales last month in the 800 range. Put the properties on the market, the condos on the market. Each one attracted 6 competing bids. Sold in a week for well over asking price. So that entry level is busy. As well, move up buyers. So buyers coming from condos into townhouses or duplexes. So that market is extremely overheated and lacks supply. And then you've got the detached. And in Vancouver's west side, the most of the sales take place between sort of 2 and 4 million. That 3 million is a sweet spot. So that sort of 2.5 to 3.3 range is active amongst people that can afford it and moving from duplexes or other parts of the city into that price category of single detached.
Excellent. And what is unique about your marketplace right now, would you think?
Yeah, so the big issue in the west side, and it's really across the city, it's in the news nonstop, is affordability or lack thereof. So the west side, prices were driven up back in the 2013 to 2017 period by foreign buyers, foreign capital flowing in, driving the cost of real estate sky high. And so affordability. And so the city has, been struggling with this for, over a decade. All levels of government are involved. And it's, how do we solve the affordability? And it looks as though, and because you can see it across the city is slowly densifying. They're taking parcels of land where you had, say, two or three or four or five, six houses on those pieces of land, one family living in each house, and redeveloping, rezoning, land assembly. All of a sudden, those homes come down, and you've got 200 units in a condo building on those same pieces of land. So we're seeing a lot of rezoning from single family to multifamily rental buildings, some strata market housing. And then we're also seeing the city has been struggling with, a lot of these beautiful character homes that were being torn down. And the city is now providing a lot of incentives to homeowners and developers whereby they can take their character home, retain the character, and redevelop into 3 and 4 strata lots on that same property. So if the lot is big enough, they're allowing you to take what was a single family house and turn it into 4 strata lots, retaining the character of the original structure. So there's that, which is really kind of cool. And then lastly, a lot of areas of single family zoning across the city are now allowing people to build duplex properties. So we had a single family. Now you can do a front and back duplex or a side-by-side duplex. So we're seeing a lot more duplexes come to the market. And then all of a sudden, instead of having to spend, $4.3 million for a 33-foot lot brand new house, you can get a duplex for $2 million a side or $2.2 million a side. So it does make it more affordable. Those are the big changes, and it's exciting to see. We're seeing a lot of change in the West Side Vancouver market.
That's amazing. Hey, that's what's happening in Vancouver, Canada. Hey, Andrew, thanks so much for being on today's show. Talk to you real soon.
Thanks, Danny, for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.